Hundreds of thousands marching against a war 2,000 miles away in Gaza, with over 1,000 police officers on duty. The news saying the UK across the UK, mostly pro-Palestine, some pro-Israel. Incidents of anti-Semitism and anti-Muslim against the horrors unfolding in Gaza.
I feel helpless. I can't sleep at night. I'm watching this genocide, and I will do everything. The people of London, I'm a Londoner. I've been living here all my life, and I'm actually proud of the people of London today.
But not everyone is so amenable.
To show my solidarity with the people of Palestine and with all of the people of the UK who are very bravely upholding our democratic rights to be able to come out onto the streets and show our displeasure in a very peaceful and loving and strong way.
And why do you think that more public figures like yourself aren't coming out and speaking up in support of Palestine?
I'm not sure why more public figures aren't coming out and speaking about Palestine. I feel like, you know, clearly there is risk in it because the risk of being labelled an anti-Semite almost immediately, which is what me.
Absolutely on the cusp of something here. This week, a ceasefire vote returns to the Commons, and activists say it's the MPs' chance to do the right thing and vote for one.
My message to the members of Parliament is ceasefire now. What we see before us on the TV is absolutely shocking. I never thought I would ever witness anything so awful in my lifetime, and that's why I come every time there's a march, because that's the only thing that I can do to sort of be present and show the strength of feeling amongst the British public.
It's the least that they could do after what this country has done to facilitate this whole problem. You know, because Britain has a really horrible hand in this whole situation and existing, so it's their duty to reverse that.
Imagine if it were you and in your place, and one day it could be you. So do what you would do for yourself and for your children, which is a vital ceasefire now.
Today also coincides in Gaza.
We know that women are being killed in
this conflict, at least to start to bring this conflict to an end, then I don't know what they're watching.
And it's women leading this demonstration today, highlighting that it's Palestinian women that are the first victims of the onslaught in Gaza.
We know that women are being killed in extraordinary numbers, some because they're protected.
Mr. made a Downing Street address condemning extremism and saying the protests risk descending into mob rule.
I mean, it's a rhetoric that they spout whenever they feel that they have...
For many Jews, from the river to the sea is an anti-Semitic call for the eradication of Israel. Protesters here said it was a call instead for freedom from oppression for Palestinians.
At the moment, it's not illegal. So that's the reality. So we will chant it, because for us, it does not mean what they're trying to imply it means.
On Friday, the destination for this protest, a South London neighbourhood near the US Embassy, where people rallied and once again called for an immediate ceasefire.
So you have to condemn it, you know, otherwise you're condoning it. And so I just think there comes a point where, you know, you have to make a choice, you can't sit on the fence.
Saturday, 5 arrests were made. Earlier, the Metropolitan Police...
We wanted to come here and say that, like, you know, we're only high school students, and even we know what's wrong, and the government isn't doing anything.
Most came from schools in Melbourne's north and west, many with the permission and support of their parents.
They get to go to school every day, you know. The ones that are in Palestine and suffering don't have that opportunity at all.
Speakers pointed fingers at politicians who've spent weeks telling them to stay in school.
You know what? We should be at school. We should be learning. But this is a genocide unfolding in front of our eyes.
Withdraw from the strip and end the siege!
Police kept watch, but didn't have to make any arrests.
Free, free Palestine!
As the crowd marched down Swanston Street on its way to the State Library.
Free, free Palestine!
In the middle of the march, the hundreds, if not thousands of students stopped right here at the intersection of Swanston and Lonsdale Streets, making the afternoon rush up.
children among them. On average, 63 women die a day. 37 of them are mothers. None of Gaza's 36 hospitals are fully functional, which means that during this genocide, over 5,000 women every month are forced to give birth in horrible medical conditions, unsafe conditions, with no anesthesia or as a woman of color to acquire the platform she has, but still refuses to call what's happening in Gaza a genocide. Not to forget the female NYPD page who harass and abuse our women protesting in the streets daily and our working women here in the city. Shame on these women. They are not feminists. They are war criminals. Stealing our homelands, stealing our resources, and committing genocide. They use the media to perpetuate these lies, to beat the drums of war as a masked attempt to liberate oppressed women in the so-called third world.
Of International Women's Day, one that unequivocally includes the rights of all women, just like the sun from Gaza.
Uniting people from all walks of life in solidarity with the Palestinian cause. From Copenhagen to Beirut and from London to Rome. In different cities in the UK, protesters waved Palestinian flags high in response to the escalating humanitarian crisis in Gaza. It's a global day of action for Palestine, demanding an immediate ceasefire. And in Denmark, there have been calls to end the bloodshed of more than 30,000 people, including 13,000 children. In the United States, protests are taking place in Washington. Several hundred people demonstrated outside the Israeli embassy, chanting, carrying signs, urging for the killing to end. And the echo of protesters' voices reached as far as Havana in Cuba. Flags through the streets to the Israeli embassy in Ecuador's capital, Quito. While in Lebanon, Palestinian refugees have joined the march in Beirut.
All of Europe is against us. They are firing at us. They are providing weapons to Israel and giving us bread. This is unreasonable and cannot be accepted by anyone in the world.
As Israel's military operations intensify, Al Jazeera.